On a day-to-day the shit change, but you know for the most part nothing indifferent. Sometimes be stuck in my ways, weekend fucked up in somebody's kitchen, sticking my hand, I'm chilling with the troops and my few cans down, so I walk like Winston. Trust me, I wake up hanging, you hang that I'm leaving this bed, you're kidding, I'm sitting on back in the pad, get deep fried and I smoke some packs of the grass, put the feet up, kick back and relaxing at best, no I'm sitting on Reilly's Gaff.
Are we on?
Jail.
What's happening?
There's nothing better than a fresh can of sugar-free Red Bull.
When I seen these in the shop, Jamie, one thing crossed my mind. I simply have got to have them. 3 of them to be precise.
Got to have it.
I gotta have it. Bro, I gotta have it. When I seen this, I just thought, bro, I gotta have it.
And you had to deliver the gifts to me and all, bro.
Aye, we did come bearing gifts today.
We did, mate. So I've been away for a few days. I don't
Mate,
think I would.
we need to talk about this wedding, bro.
Right.
Because I think weddings are so funny, mate. Like if you look at it from a bird's eye view, it's just quite funny, innit? Like,
aye.
Mind the wedding that I went to and we were talking about on Patreon.
I don't think so. Was I there?
No, you weren't even there. It was just me and him. Mind I went to my cousin's wedding. It was like
aye. Was it in a barn?
It was in a barn, aye.
Was it in a barn? Am I making that up?
It was in a barn in Maybole.
Aye. Nothing better than a barn in Maybole. What?
Mate, it was delightful, but
that similar vibes to this wedding now, is it? I think.
But this wedding was very like religious.
Right.
Remember?
Right.
Jamie would know, isn't it?
So
he knows all. Jamie Wood might say, kind of seem like, I don't know much, but he knows it all, mate.
Aye, of course he does. He has a wealth of
Charles,
knowledge.
mate, after a week off and all.
Oh, aye.
Like new man.
Where were you?
I was away at a cabin.
Where? In the woods?
No.
Where?
What do you call it? It's in Dundee.
Was it romantic?
Oh, Pipperdam Lodges.
Nice, aye.
Stick
Mate, why do you know all these things?
I know all the lodges, bro.
Every lodge.
I'm a lodge guy, mate.
But I've been to lodges and I don't remember the name of them.
I've been to about 3 lodges.
I went to one in Moscow, mate.
I'm never lodge guy, mate.
Went to a lodge in Moscow.
You're a nut, mate.
Last year for my birthday, it was it's near Kilmarnock.
Ah, right. I really thought you were talking about Russia there.
No, in Moscow.
But that would be mental.
What,
Airbnb. What, check it out. How much think it'd be to do?
What, in Moscow?
It'd be a fortune. Mate, there's a war on, mate. There's not a bigger event in the world, mate. There's a fucking war on. I think about when festivals go to places, the prices go up.
Aye,
it's got to be the same.
Because think about, see when it comes to a festival, right? How much do you think it costs to put on like Tea in the Park? Good few million, maybe.
I think it's going to be at least $1 million, mate.
No, it'd be much more for something like that. Say max maybe 20 million.
Because you've got to think all the acts are getting paid a fucking fortune.
I mean, I think
right, let's look at Transmit, right? Who was like the biggest act that played Transmit?
I don't even know who was there. I didn't see
Sam Fender.
Sam Fender was there.
There was somebody bigger though.
The Wombats.
The Wombats!
That's the only one I remember that was there.
But the Wombats headline. They disrespected the Wombats.
Right, so what are you paying Sam Fender then for a start?
Do I know who was there?
Aye.
Let us know.
Just for what I can see here, Pulp, George Ezra, Niall Horan, Paul Heaton. Don't know what that is.
Pulp doing good.
Sam Fender, Kasabian,
Kasabian, and you said another big one there, Niall Horan. Huge act.
In the 1975, and then the list went away, so I can't see the
rest.
Aye.
So mate, you're paying. I think that could be. I don't know how much you pay for a festival. Would you think you pay? Can't say like 5, like the headliners.
They don't.
100 odd grand or something. Like,
I don't think they get $1 million of that.
No, they won't get as much as that. There's nobody.
Kasabian, how much do you think Kasabian? How much do you think was on the contract, Jamie?
With Serge solo, with Serge fucking as the front man. I don't know. It's a broken.
You say it. You say it.
It is, mate. It is. He's not a singer.
Mate, he's a fucking.
He is a legendary guy.
He's a showman, but that's all I want.
He probably should have always been the front man.
Mate, he was like he's like Dave Grohl, mate, in the background drumming for Nirvana. Then one day he's like
just sat in the background.
He brought his daughter out, mate. Me and Eddie were pure like it's fucking quite cool, right? Pure emotional. He was like, I'm gonna bring out the girl I love more than anyone in the world, my daughter. And I was like, this guy's fucking. See when you can just bring your daughter out of the stage at Glastonbury.
I mate, did Beyonce no date or Wayne or something the other day? I know.
Mate, see when you're that level, you can actually just be like, I'm bringing my dog with me. And they'll be like, aye.
Bringing my pals and that.
Aye, like 4 of my pals are coming on stage, and but they can't even be like, no.
My Annie Julie's coming
My
on stage.
4 aunties want to come.
But we thought of it before this. Right, so I was saying, so that's how much a
payment.
festival is, right? Say like 10 million. Know how much it cost for a war? It's billions, mate.
Oh,
It's billions.
you're talking billions.
So they need to put the Airbnb prices right up
Inflation's through the roof,
to
mate.
fund the war.
To fund the war, everybody's rent goes up by like 500%.
At least because it's like billions, know what I mean?
Oh, you need to
So
cover.
if you want a front row seat at the old Moscow V's fucking
Mate, but
Ukraine,
how was your Scottish Moscow lodge?
that was sick, mate. That was actually dynamite. That had a wee hot tub and that was for my birthday.
Oh, mate,
Ma-
there's nothing, mate, hot tub under the stars.
No, I
though.
remembered that she got me that like that year and off my birthday. Like hundreds of shit, obviously, but she got us 24-pack of Shokata. You ever had Fanta Shokata?
The blue one.
Have I told you about it?
You always tell me about it, I've still not tried it.
Right, Shokata is like elderflower and something. Elderflower, lemon, tropically Fanta. And it is the best drink ever. But you get it in like American candy
That's what I was
places.
about to say, is it like imported to somewhere, like?
Sometimes. But like it's no like it's no like big enough for it to like be like they may sell it for £3 because cunts are like, what even is that? I've never even heard of that. So it's just so hard to find now.
It's a false economy.
Aye, and when you get it, it's always Russian and all that when the bottles are Spanish, you know what I mean? Because it's like imported for them. But aye, that was a good present for there. But speaking of going back to the weddings, bro.
Talk to me about weddings, they're hilarious.
So, right, so congratulations to my pals, Cara and Brandon. Right, it was a lovely wedding. It was really nice. But now you're saying the one you were at was religious.
Aye.
The one, their wedding was like, I don't think I've ever been to one that's not religious, and it's very like contractual. It's like the things they do. It's like, they read out their address and that. They're like, do you reside
Bank
in this
ticket,
blah blah
sort codes
blah and
and
all that. Aye, like it's like pure. It's like they actually just read out a contract. Like, do you now declare that blah 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 and all that?
A
It's
mad
pure
business deal.
Aye, that's what it's like, mate. I was
Basically,
here,
it is
I
a
was kinda
business
like,
deal.
It's a
We are
contract.
hoffing in for like
For
basically everything.
Aye.
Everything we do for now, half it.
Aye, everything we do for now, I own half of it. Everything I buy is half mine.
Aye.
It sounds shite, doesn't it? When you say it like that.
Does sound like a good deal,
Why
mate.
avoid that like the plague?
But mate, how was this wedding, mate? I heard, mate. Let's like
So it
for the intel that I got before you went there.
Right.
There's no way you weren't going sicko mode, bro.
Oh,
you were going sicko mode, I bet.
I kinda did, mate. I geared up for a big game, know what I mean? I've not been like, I don't go out and booze and get right on it and that a lot, so I went prepared. But it was on an island called Gia, right? So Gia's like got like 15 houses on it, and it's tiny. It's got like one shop and a pub, and then this mansion, like this huge mansion that I was staying in, and it was like, I went. I actually felt like it was a mad. Did that video send to you? Because I had no signal.
What, you cutting about in the house
I
and
just
that?
showing shit.
Bro, it looked like a mad murder mystery. I was going to send you like voice clips, kidding on it, like solve a murder in it.
Mate, I was.
You must have went by the piano. Like all that shit, because you were pure.
Mad Cluedo
Aye,
shit.
like mad, there would be like fingerprints on a
Mate,
piano. and
I
that.
was thinking
You,
like
you kind of got away with one up
we
there,
should
bro.
have done it. We should have done it. Like killed somebody. Somebody should have killed somebody.
To purely just have a mad buzz,
Because-
like a mad murder mystery.
Mate, because the full wedding and that was like a kind of film. Like it was all kind of like a film. See, because it was so weird to me. Like not that it was weird, but it was like, so the actual like, I don't know if you call it reception or the wedding, the mad ceremony bit was like in this mad field, and they had like hay bales for seats, like for rows and that. And then obviously I was saying about that being a kind of like a mad contractual kind of like way they've done it. But everything was just kind of weird. So I kept thinking about that, like somebody should murder somebody, and this would be a mad. This would be a film. This would the story for the ages.
Easily could have been, mate.
It could have spilled into that, but
So how fucked did you end up? Like at your peak, like the whole time you're there. Talk to me about you cutting about that wedding, because the way like I was telling Jamie about that wedding I went to, I was cutting about there, and like now like because it's a wedding, you're so mad with it, you actually don't have a clue how mad with it you really are, because everybody's so like. So like,
It's
usually like
joyous.
see if you're steaming right and you're out somewhere and like there's cunts no boozing and that, you're like, oh I'm fucked, because you're like into that with a mad cut, you're like, oh I was heavy weird there. They're like,
Aye,
what
aye,
you
aye.
talking about that? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I get you.
so it's like, but when you're there, everybody's on that mad buzz.
It's because it's like a mad. So they say it's a celebration,
Aye.
and it's not like it's a mad like somebody's birthday and you go with other people that are doing different shit. It's like
It's a coming
everybody's
together.
there.
It's a coming together of
Celebrate
families,
the life
mate.
of Karen, Brandon, Clemens.
It's a fucking coming together of
It is, mate.
families, mate.
And it was
you
like
can't
that.
underestimate
That's
that.
what it was like the both families, see, because they all know each other, because they two were brought up on that wee island. Like, they had to get a boat and like an hour bus to go to school, or like a boat and then like an hour drive to go to shop and that. So like all the family people know each other and that, so it was just like a mad big pure happy
family
good time.
do.
But do you know what was the weirdest thing about it that I forgot to say there? I was getting pissed right for obviously early bells, and I was fucking, the boys were all getting ready in the library and that, like the mad big grand room, and it was like all the boys and they were all wearing kilts, and I was just like getting ready with them and that, and all the lasses were getting ready in this mad bridal suite in this mansion. It was like pure class. But so we're all boozing, right? And then one of the bridesmaids, Maddie, comes up to me and he says, are you up for driving all the bridesmaids round to the fucking thing, the reception bit? And I was like, aye, but I've had a beer on that. And she was like, no, it's Gia. Like, the island's called Gia.
Oh,
you don't,
yeah, it was that weekend, Jimmy boy.
It was gear on gear, bro.
Oh, gear on gear, bro.
But so I was like, how can I drive? I've had like a few beers and that. And she's like, no, it's cool. Like, don't worry about it. Like, that's what you do here. And I was like, right, sound. So I drove them round, had the reception and all that, got pure pissed. And then somebody was like, yeah, are you up for doing lifts round to where the mad party bit is? And I was like, actual getting pure pissed. Obviously it was like 6 o'clock or something. I was driving round, I'd done a few lifts round, went in there, parked my motor up, and I thought, right, that's me done with the driving for the night. Went in and got on it, and fucking I raged. I had a little rage.
Aye.
What
were you boozing? Talk me through like your first orders and that.
Well, it was £2 a double, £2 a double rum and coke, bro.
Oh.
Like, the prices were mental, so I was absolutely steaming for them, bro.
£2, bro.
I was going up and getting 2 double gin and tonics every time, mate, tanning them and gone back. But I was out. Like, aye, so at the end of it, we were all going back to the mansion, and I fucking had to do the lifts again, and it was pissing down. It was 3 in the morning, pitch black, mate, driving in this wee island, actual steaming. That was when I was at my most steaming point, because I was like driving and I turned round and there was like 4 cunts in my motor I didn't even know, and I was like,
If you're looking at one eye at them and that.
it was like, and it was like something, see, because I was steaming, my eyes are going like that and all that, and there was rain bouncing off the motor, and it was pitch black, and I was in a wee country road and all that. It looked like something out of like Misery, now like Stephen King's fucking like a mad, because I was steaming. It was like something I was expecting something really bad to happen, but it didn't. It was
Mate,
lovely.
see
It was
when
a
I
great time.
know what you're talking about, like
I'm getting heavy comfy.
Oh, mate, you go for a snooze, bro?
I might actually.
Mate, fuck it, mate. You've had a big weekend, bro. You
Mate,
go for a sleep
I
for your
deserve
man.
it.
Mate, you just there you go, mate. Something like that. Is that comfy?
That is actually.
Oh,
This is how I
mate.
sit in my house. I just
Aye,
sit in my
mate, you
couch
can't
like that,
need-
mate.
You've got to tie the hoodie and what's it, bro.
It's-
There's no need for there's no need for any of your heat to be out, mate.
To be shown, bro.
Mate, you just need the
I need protection.
I need sight. I need the sense of smell. I need my nose out and I need my mouth out.
Mate,
I
sometimes
don't need any more than that. I don't need my
sometimes I-
eyebrows out.
Sometimes I don't. I'm only reading the mouth 'cause I'm talking to you, bro. Sometimes.
Oh, mate,
I don't.
that's a bit weird.
Too much.
Come on,
Right, what were you
villain.
saying there? Sorry.
Troops, we have a new sponsor, Excite CBD. Now they're offering high quality CBD and nootropics. We were so excited when they got in touch with us, because this is stuff that we're interested in. We're interested in improving our cognitive functions. That's what me and Jimmy are all about. So if you visit excitecbd.co.uk, you'll see a range of products. Now we get a wee goodie bag sent to us full of stuff to try. I've been on them for about 2 weeks, so I've been taking the 1000mg CBD oil and the sweets, the gummy bears and the neon rings, and I've also been taking the Tonka Ali and the lion's mane mushrooms, and I have felt like before this stuff starts, you're like, is this really going to work? You hear a lot about it and it's proven, blah blah blah, but you're like, is it actually going to make me feel a difference? Like you get quite skeptical. I can tell you right now, this stuff works. I feel completely different than before I started taking this. So the lion's mane, I feel a lot clearer when I'm speaking. I'm not stuttering over my words as much as I was before. I feel a lot clearer when I'm thinking about things. I don't feel as foggy. It's really weird how obvious it works. The Tonga Ali, wow guys, this is like the closest thing you can get to just taking straight testosterone. I've had a semi for about 2 weeks straight, nothing less than that, but in a good way, as in I'm ready for whatever happens next. Like, I only take that in the days that I'm going to the gym, because it can keep you up at night. It's a total chaos pill, but it's absolutely unreal. This stuff's all safe as well, guys. There's been hundreds of tests. The CBD has relieved my anxiety. I'm sleeping a lot better. I really can't believe how much this stuff works, and I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, and usually you need to wait about 3 weeks to a month before you start feeling it, so I can feel it already. It's mental. Excite CBD are the company to go with for this stuff, guys. They've been featured in Forbes, Men's Health. They've been featured in so many magazines, top 10 lists for the best CBD in the UK. You can go check that out at their website. When you are buying from them, get your wee cart together, get your CBD, get some of your nootropics. They've also got ashwagandha, but I've not been trying that, so I can't really give you an endorsement on that. So you're going to visit the link when you want to order, excitecbd.co.uk/Reilly's Gaff. And then when you go to order, you're going to use the discount code Reilly10, so that's REILLY10, and you're going to get 10% off your order. So this is only for a limited time, so you need to get on this quickly, troops. We're going to get your money off this stuff. We're all going to start feeling a wee bit clearer. Maybe you're on it too much, you want to get your life together, you feel a bit foggy. I'm telling you, try this stuff, get the discount, and get back to us and let us know how you feel, because I feel amazing. Thanks, guys. When I worked in the railway, like, my supervisor told me, I think I was talking about going up to fucking Sky or something. He's like, aye, I worked there. I'm sure it was Sky, or he was up working there, or like somewhere up north like that. About 10 years, oh no, probably about 20 years ago, I think he said. And he was up there doing a shift as like a wee guy, and they went to the pub at night, and like a cunt, like a mad old cunt came out the pub, like pure steaming, like pure actual falling about and all that, with his motor keys, right? Like actual looking for his motor. And he bumped into the police, and like he was obviously like, oh yeah, this cunt's fucked here, know what I mean? And the police were like, right, Jimmy, and just helped him into his motor, like pure, there you go, like fucking carried him into his motor,
insane, bro. See, the reason cunts so not geared, it's because there's no police.
Exactly, that's the same there. It's like, and the police are like,
even the police that are there are sound as.
Aye, so they're like, oh, who's going to find out about this? I'm the only police here.
Aye, and that's my uncle
you're
Jimmy.
You're the fucking president.
That's my uncle.
Mate,
You're in charge.
You're the police, and like you're the only police in that one place. Aye. You're the president or the prime minister,
and you can do whatever you want. The rules are yours to set, bro.
Presidente, mate.
Just gotta be imagine.
Mate, that's what I'm trying to do for a job.
Imagine fucking like the Irish guy turned into a pure communist, like a mad dictatorship or something. Know what I mean? Like a mad coup by this one police.
You start seeing tweets pure. Why the ongoing police fucking scandal in Sky is something to worry about. Five reasons like that, and it's like, 1, it's fucking mental. This has never been done before. 2,
Jimmy can't drive drunk anymore.
Mate, it's chaos, man. Mate, no, I remember the funny story for when I was in the railway as well, mate. See how, now obviously I talk about Winston. Winston's a legend. Fucking legend of a guy, mate, honestly. But I remember this younger boy started, right? He's maybe about 19. It's young Adam, right? And like, it was that way. Obviously, as a wee guy, couldn't be asked working and shit like that. So, but he wasn't even bad. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't even like that bad. And Winston kept coming in, and then Adam was off for a few days, right?
Right.
Winston notoriously likes a wee story, right? He's very, I've got a bit of info. He's very like that, know what I mean? So he bounced up to me and he was like, we were like, Adam off, and he's like, aye, Adam's no way to work. He's no way to work, right?
Oh, he's made that assumption.
Aye, and we're like, what you talking about? He's like, oh, he's no arsed. His granny died, left him 25 grand. He doesn't need to work. That's why he just comes in when he wants. And they're like, fucking hell. His granny's died, man. So we thought he's off, and he came back in like 3 days later, and we're like, sorry to hear about your granny, mate. And he was like, what are you talking about? And we're like, your granny no dying? And he was like, No, both my grannies are alive.
What?
Cunt fully made up.
What did you confront them about it? Why did they do that? Is it just did you like entertaining themselves?
Mate, I don't know. I just like I've got like yeah, my granny died.
It makes them
25
interesting.
grand.
Makes them interesting for like 5 minutes. It's like, you know, Winston just said no.
Aye.
He gets him into the kind of spotlight for a bit.
Aye.
I've never had the like urge to do that. Like, see if I don't know actually have I ever try and make something up about something?
Mate, do you do this thing where you're telling a story to somebody and if you can kind of see that like they're not getting that impressed with it, like the number that you say, you'll add like 2 onto it?
Aye, or just
I done it about fucking 10, 12 times.
Aye,
Like
aye.
shit like that.
I'll
You
just
need to,
make
mate.
it sound more
You
mental.
simply
So
need
I
to.
was going at like 150 mile an hour.
It's
Like,
creative license. Mate.
aye, mate, I do that all the time. Aye, definitely. Morgan says that to me sometimes. She's like, "You've exaggerated that in the podcast," and I'm like, "Come on, cameras are on.
Come on, the
Lights
lights are
waiting for
on.
me. Come
What
on,
do
lights,
you
camera, action
What do you
here.
expect me to do here?
I'm a showman.
Ah,
Come on, I need to entertain the folks."
mate, no, what is the funniest thing in the world, right? And I don't even know how I thought about this one day, but I was like, how funny is like tickling a fart out of somebody? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever tickle yourself, like, stop!
And everything stops.
Like, fuck, man, that was just there.
That's the
and do you know what the
ultimate-
thing is? Like, getting tickled when you need a fart is like the what? It's like torture.
Oh, mate, it's terrible.
If you want to keep that fart in, mate,
Do you know what? I've got a worse one.
fingers into the ribs. Like, you're like, oh, you're literally squeezing it out like a fucking fruit here.
I try
You're like, oh,
the last bit of toothpaste.
Try clench your arse. Like,
Mate, see, do you know what's worse than that fart butt?
Right.
Because if somebody's tickling you, right? I mean, I'd maybe tickle both of yous. But I think I'm close enough to both of yous that I'd be allowed to tickle yous.
I'd take. There would be a limit on the amount though. If you done it more than like twice a week, I'd be like, mate, what are you doing?
No, but like, if
Imagine he just started getting a mad pure. Ooh,
Oh,
the top.
mate, do you think I was a mad pervert or
A
something?
tickler.
Straight away, would you be like that? That's a mad.
Mate,
He's
there
getting
would-
a stoner.
There
Than it.
would be like tweets about you, know. He's a pure notorious
He's a tickler. He's bad for tickling.
He's
he was
heavy
bad for tickling.
no, he's right bad for tickling that boy.
He's going to itch for it, bro.
Hi, mate, Jamie for regular. Yeah, man, sound
bad.
mate. You know hear about him. He's a pure sexual tickler, mate.
Oh, mate, I thought he was just kidding on. No, but do you know what would be worse than that? So I was saying, you would only have the people that tickle you is usually a loved one. So farting in front of them is like sound. What's worse is if you're at a PT and he gets you to do like, if you ever needed a fart and then had to do. Mate, I've farted doing one of these fucking things. See these things. when the weights are on each side,
Mate, your ass cheeks are
and I'm like that, and then he comes right down and he goes right down.
Wait, there's like
That is the worst because you're under this weight.
Mate, you're pushing up. You're trying to push a PR up with your legs, mate. There's a fart in your belly, bro. It's coming in, mate.
225 on you.
You're like, I just better hope this isn't a fucking audio fart here.
Oh, mate, but see, if you do go for that PR, I think you should only go for like what do you call it, like lower body PRs after a big healthy shite.
Aye,
Like
you need to be a shite before you try it.
Aye, at least, mate, you need to get some laxatives or something, don't you? Shite all your shite out before you do it, because I'm just imagining that fucking bar being on for the squat, bro.
Oh.
And you get in, you've seen the videos, mate, prolapsed anuses and that, you seen them?
Oh, no, mate, I've tried no.
Shut off, bro, sorry. How rude of me.
I
Piece of
pure
shit
want
for-
Crocs, man. I've been
Aye.
pure eyeing Crocs up, mate.
I like it.
I'm like, now's my time to own a pair of Crocs.
Have you seen the mad cool ones?
Mate, that's probably the ones I'm
The
like.
ones that hang at the back and that?
Bro, you know the
I'm
ones.
into Crocs, mate.
Like
I
the mad
watch-
shirt looks like fucking flames or something, mate. They're sick as fuck.
Aye. I seen them, mate. I seen them the other day. So see him Friday. I was leaving to go up towards Campbelltown to go to this wedding, and I still didn't have my shoes. Still didn't have any shoes to wear with my outfit. So I had to go into the town, mate. I was running about the town looking for a pair of shoes. By the way, they arrived. I ended up buying the exact shoes that I ordered, and they arrived like an hour after I bought them. So I just need to send them back. But I was in shoe, and I seen the fucking Crocs, and I was genuinely considering just getting them and wearing a pair of trainees or something with a suit, because they are very cool, bro.
Oh, mate. They
And they'll
just
be the
look...
comfiest about.
I don't think
know.
I'd ever have them off, mate.
Sport mode all the time.
I've never owned a pair of Crocs, never had a pair on my feet, mate. And I'm like, the hype must be real with the Crocs, bro.
Mate, see, be fair, they're no ridiculously comfy.
Are they no?
Nah, these are comfier. These are the comfiest things in the world.
What are they?
The Yeezy foam runners. To the bars. The Forge Marketplace, bro. The Forge Inn shops. You ever been in the Forge Inn shops? They sell lizards and that.
Mate, that's where I got my Osama bin Laden costume.
Was it? Aye.
When I was about 8, I was like, how do you even make this a size?
Mate, see that place when you're 8, but it's fucking wild, mate.
Do you know what it's like? You're walking through and it's like, it's weird when you're a wee guy walking through a mad place like that, because it's like everywhere you look is a shop.
Aye.
You know what I mean? It's like boom, boom, boom.
Aye.
It's no like walking in a shopping centre where there's like spaces between it's like a shop,
and they're all pure competing.
Just like hello,
Aye.
try this. You're like, what the fuck?
It's
You are a
fucking
carpet.
class, mate. I love
Mate,
shit
me
like
and you
that.
could think we could punt. I would be terrible at that, bro.
No, we're too like, mate, we'd just be sitting like that.
I would be so bad at punting like carpets and that down the bars. I
Aye.
would be horrendous at
Mate,
that.
you need to be the most wizardest salesman ever. You sell carpets for a mad garage
It's
at
a
the
pure
bars.
unique talent, that, bro, innit?
That guy's
Up
been,
every morning, 6 a.m. Down the market.
Down the market.
Sit up, stool.
Cup of coffee.
Aye, black coffee.
Aye. Black, no milk.
Aye, mate. No, don't have milk.
No, mate, that guy doing the bar is that actual guy that we were thinking about the now with the big long carpets has been doing that. It's only ever been him for my lifetime. For what I can remember, he's always been there, mate. So he must be fucking the best salesman ever. Because when have you ever been like, I need a carpet? Nowhere I'll go.
No, you just don't. That wouldn't even actually cross my mind.
No
Mate.
once, mate.
Because like,
There's so many other things, mate. You can go to IKEA, get mad amazing carpets. Know what I mean?
aye,
Like
I know.
who's got to the bars for that? I'm going for now on actual.
Mate, I bet like.
Anytime I need a carpet.
Mate, I bet me and you could go down there and we'd be like, oh my god, mate, we should like go down there and buy a carpet to bring up here, mate,
And just
hit it. We'll just like have a mad wardrobe space for it or something. We'll roll it up. We'll put it in a tube every time we leave and it.
Aye, so
Like
we
the
have it out, but for us,
Aye.
and we're barefoot in that to enjoy it.
You can
Now
never.
that they cut
You can never hit. It's like a holy mat, mate. Like you can't. Mate, I bet we would find a mad cool carpet.
we could, mate. I bet the carpets are amazing. Now I'm thinking about it. If I'm ever needing
You
a
saying they
carpet, I'm
wouldn't have
going
a mad wee nice rug? We could just
Aye, mate, they
plant
could
there.
have a rug.
You think he's just selling carpets? Come on, you
No,
don't last that
mate.
long in the game.
Mate, cut a carpet. What have you got? A rug.
Mate, aye.
That is all a carpet is. That's all a rug is, mate.
Just a mini carpet.
A tiny carpet. But what
It's
is it?
mad they got their own word.
What,
Do you know what I mean?
The rugs.
Like, say you get a Hoover. If you get a Hoover, and then you get a wee Hoover, it's called like a mini Hoover.
I get you.
Do you know what I mean? But rug
Mini.
got its own, like, no, I'm a rug.
Aye. So, but what are there's other things like that surely?
Aye, there
Be-
will be, but,
because it's
but
different,
all
isn't
I'm
it?
saying is, it might be 50% of things. All I'm saying is respect for making it out the
What
fucking,
came first, bro? Rugs came first, probs.
and then they stretched them out and made carpets.
Because I think Aladdin didn't have carpets; they had wooden flares. and
You're
that.
right, mate. The rug keep the
The rug's the OG.
The carpet's trying to steal the rug's fame,
Mate, do you think when the carpet came about, cunts were like, what? So it's a big, massive rug? It
Hold
goes-
on, hold on. Oh, this is went mental. Right,
Right, I was fine with that one in the kitchen then, right? That,
that's a good size, that.
right, the one you got in the living room, I thought, it's a bit big. There's no wood under it at all.
Talking.
But then now you've got them on the stairs.
Aye, and there's no one but a no carpet. It's insanity.
I don't know about this.
Mate, that must have been wild at first.
Do you think, have you seen these mad guys that go on the grass with their bare feet and look staring into the sun and that?
Oh, what? Aye, like Andrew Huberman shit.
Aye, so see, Jink, there was cunts that, like, Jink, if we got a rug in here, that was our rug that we bought for the barras, Jink, if we stood in bare feet, and Jink, we could get the power out of that.
Power of the barras market.
Aye. The power out of every barra boy that's ever
The
been, bro.
gallousness.
The gallousness of every barra boy.
We will actually fucking, mate, we'll take fucking 30 grams of mushroom between us, mate. We'll store in here and we'll try and harness the power of the barras market. The gallousness. Alright, guys. Mate, we do need that. We need that.
We need a bit more, mate, but we don't need all it.
We need an upgrade, but we can't take every bit of the gallousness of the barras market.
The most gallus place ever, because gallus isn't used anywhere else, mate.
It's where Gallus was created.
That is the
Gallus was born in the barras.
and we're harnessing every bit to that
too much.
lineage, mate.
It's too much.
I don't know what we'd do, mate. I think we would combust, bro.
Oh, mate.
I would come out and
On
we'd be
the
like,
spot?
two for a pip, two for a
Oh, you would fucking you
Start
twitch
having
yourself
seizures
into a
and that.
fucking death, mate. Aye.
So we won't do that, but we will go down and pledge our custom down there, mate.
I think we'll
Fucking
find
love
something.
the place, bro.
I think we'll find something.
There's no a better place in Glasgow. Saying that now. The Barras Market's the most fun.
That's you wanted Jamie Day, didn't you? Where we just on a Tuesday. You know about this as well, Jamie would.
Oh,
We're just on like a Tuesday night, just been like it's now Jamie Day.
it needs to be
Like
a Saturday.
Right, so it would be a full day. Talk me through Jamie Day, what would happen?
Right, so me and Reese the Hagman Haggerty, he seems like I'll mention him every week on this, mate. Do I
Aye.
patch him? Do I stop doing it?
Aye.
Do I stop doing the podcast?
Mate, and it's a free ad for him.
I know, but so me and Reese were walking about in the bars and I was like, I love it here, mate. No, I was like, no, but I actually love it. He was like, I know it's class and that. I was like, no, but when I'm done here, I feel like the happiest I can be. Because I go down all the time. I go down with Morgan quite a lot, or I just go down myself quite a lot. But I was like, I pure want to go out with the boys and like, no, I said something about like, I was like, my birthday is in November and it's shut at the end. It was like the end of November, and I was like, it's either shut or it would be pure pissing down or that. So, but what I want to do for my birthday every year is start down the bars, 10 o'clock in the morning, get a Turkish coffee. You ever had a Turkish coffee?
No.
Banging, mate.
I can imagine it would be.
Get a Turkish coffee, maybe have your own sausage or something, stroll round, go into the antique shops and that, see everything.
You're a classy guy, mate.
Walk about the stalls.
This guy is a modern gentleman. I've been saying it for a good few weeks now. Jamie Kelly is a modern
I
gentleman,
like
mate.
it, mate.
Early morning Turkish coffee, mate. You're a fucking gentleman.
Early morning Turkish coffee.
There's no way that this guy isn't a gentleman.
Mate, that's what I'd like
I don't
to be.
care what they say about you, Jamie. You're a fucking
Have you heard
gentleman.
what they have been saying about me?
Mate, do
They've
you know
been saying that I'm a hot bad boy.
Aye.
And I don't
heard
know.
a sexy bad boy.
A
Aye.
sexy bad boy, man. But I
We
don't.
figured that Jamie wants to be a sexy bad boy. Like, we've realised now that with Jamie Kelly's attitude and his conduct when he comes up here,
That's what I'm trying to put across.
Jamie actually said to me earlier when I was eating a Molly's meal prep, shout out to Molly.
See, Reilly's
I
getting
was
check it.
eating it and Jamie says, I'm a sexy bad boy.
No.
And I was like, like who? And he said, do you remember Cook's fake skins? And he said, that is like who I am, mate.
No, I'm telling this properly because I do agree that I do try and be a sexy bad boy. I agree with that. But I didn't. What happened was I walked in to the kitchen where Evan was enjoying his lovely meal from Molly's meal prep. Use code Reilly's Gaff when you buy. And I just walked in. Normal, it's happening, trips. Evan says, you pure hink your cook for fucking skins. And I was like, we're laughing about how it's funny to say, like, to make up something about somebody.
I like to totally make it like you're pure children to be like Rod Stewart.
Aye,
You're
and
like,
then it's
"Ah,
like-
what? No, I'm not.
And then-
then you get somebody else to be like, mate, you are. And then they start hinting to try to act like Rod Stewart.
And then, like,
it's a
that's
total
just what they're-
psychological it's warfare, mate.
It is, mate.
And I'm all about that, mate.
But see, I dodged it there. But then you said, and then I don't know who said something about sexy bad boy, but I was like, aye, I do want to be that.
I'd say you might be a man sexy, but
That's like what I try and put across. But
that's the
it just-
persona.
Just comes out. I just come across like a big Doug butt.
Mate, see how I said to you, I don't care what they say about you.
Aye.
I see when I first started in the railway, I got done with that, mate. Like I was like 18, 19, mate, and my boss came down. He was like, I done something well, and he was like, Evan, I don't care what they say about your son. You're a fucking good worker. Like walked away, said something, like that, and I was like, who the fuck's been saying shit? Like fully in my head, been like, but was that fucking? He's been weird with me yesterday. I bet it was him. That like pure in my head, like thinking. Who's been saying mad bad shit about me?
That's
like,
how serial killers start, bro. That's how you know.
mate, I was actually like step one to be a serial
I
killer.
know.
Mate.
And you know, he just
Fucking
looking at
kill
people
everybody in here.
Looking at people like, alright, mate.
And
your head is like, it could be this cunt.
Imagine like a boss doing that and no realising that the cunt they done it to is actual like ready to fucking kill. Just being like, fucking kill everybody in this fucking place.
How many people do you think you've met in your life? And can you remember any that could possibly go for that?
Could be a serial killer.
Aye. Examples would be good.
It's a big question.
Can you remember any? Because I've got one. I know this cunt's a fucking actual serial killer.
You go first then.
Mate, mad cunt I used to work with, right? There's like a wee specky cunt, and he used to come in and be pure. He'd be pure like nice. He was like overly nice, right? But like in a mad weird way. Like he'd be like, "How's your weekend? Good, mate? Aye, right, nice, not like mad shit like that, right? Like pure."
Doesn't seem that bad so far.
I don't know.
Nice
No,
guy.
but wait, just wait, mate. So he was nice all the time, right? And it was like, but it was like a mad weird nice. It felt like he wasn't listening. He just used to go right, no, and then no like hang waiting,
That's
reply
crazy.
to
That
him,
is
right?
mental.
But then, see, whenever like a job that came in or like something here today became like too much, he used to hit himself in the head. Mate, he actually he used to go at see if like. So it was like, then what I do now, so it was like, if a sample came in, it was like, you need to test that for this, and this, and you only had like a couple of hours left or something, he'd go. Just heavy fast, mate, just got that.
Just
But
slap his
I don't
engine.
think he knew, like, because I used to watch it, like, with the place that I worked, there was like Wendy's.
No, it's hilarious when
Fruity,
you say
like,
this,
so-
mate. The look on your face while you're doing that is insane to me. Like, see how like like your like
That's
dead
what it's
face and,
like.
that is mental behaviour.
And it was as if
he
he
was
was
saying the
He's
Wendy's.
getting it out. No, we were talking about religion a wee bit earlier on. It was as if he was like a very brought up religious, and he was now that mad way. Like I think he did go to chapel. He did actually go to chapel.
Disciplining himself.
So I think maybe it was like, aye, know how that way they pure like want smited for doing shit, right? And that
Old Testament guys.
smite me God, you know, Old Testament. dude.
Unless you're wrath of me, God. Imagine you see that kind of work saying that. Down in his knees, like one wee hand goes round. They're like, unless you're wrath of me, God. You're like, whoa, mate.
Mate, what
Calm down, it's nearly break, man.
what he used to do, I know, is buy wee pints of milk, blue, like know how they pints of milk that you can just get a finger through.
Aye.
He used to drink them on his lunch, which I think's mad. I don't know. Do you like milk? Like to just drink?
No, I've never got that, mate.
Nah, I like milk, but I wouldn't just.
I need a mixer, bro.
Would you go home and
I need
would yous
tea,
ever-
coffee, or cereal.
Would you ever, like, at any point of the day, be like, I'm going to go and slam a fucking cup of milk right
No,
now, a mad pint
never,
of milk?
mate.
No,
It's
no,
like-
that's chocolate milk or something like that.
Grow up, that's pure
chocolate
animal
milk,
behaviour,
maybe.
mate. That is pure animal behaviour,
It is,
mate.
because you're drinking
Just slogging
a
milk, mate,
a mad,
like, raw.
like animal.
I just, I got full glass.
I need a mixer. I need
You need a bit of flavour in it.
I can't have it straight, mate. I need cereal
I
or
need
something.
a-
Cereal with
Needs a mixer.
cereal is the mixer for milk. innit?
Cereal is the mixer.
What else? Tea, coffee.
Tea, coffee. I was thinking like
What about they mad straws that you used to go and
And
it
like
would
Cocoa Pops stores.
mate,
they're
but and you get
deadly,
pink ones, banana. The banana one was good.
I think they still do.
Mate, no, see when I was a wee
Not
guy,
good.
how boggins this? No, how because when see when you're a wee guy, know how you think like Mera that something's the best.
I like more flavours.
I like the mere flavour, like now how you would like bust your like brain liquor and then drink the shit. No,
Like, shot it.
He'd snort it and that. But mate, see they mad straws. I used to like bite the wee balls at them, so it was just like.
That was just like cocoa dust. Or
Aye.
like, just pure.
Just raw cocoa dust, mate, and it was pure
What?
barking. But see, because it was like 100% of the flavour.
It's like it's essentially an eckie for a kid, mate.
Hey, mate, that's what got me into them.
Pills,
That's
mate.
what got me into them.
Pills are fucking dust.
How'd you get into Eckies?
Oh no, mate! I've always a wee guy, mate. See any match, you
Just crack them open, bro.
Davey boy.
Have a good time.
Mate, we got a question on the Discord from I think it was Jack Kelly, and he was saying like,
Good name.
is a good name, Kelly. Mate. He's carrying on the clan, mate.
He's
He's
got-
only
he's
him
got
hook up and get the Kelly pattern on.
Mate, the Kellys are a devious bunch, so I'm gonna second guess this question.
Right, but he was saying, what's your like guilty pleasure song? What's a bad song you heavy like? But you're like, I don't want don't want to admit.
Because I've got a new one, I know. I've got a new
Jamie,
one.
I know you probably get
I've got
a
hunters.
lot of them, mate. A lot of them.
So I've got hunters, but do you know the newest one, and it's probably the worst one. I don't think, because my other guilty pleasures would be like, I like a bit Ariana Grande.
No, I don't even touch that, bro.
It's alright.
But I'm not judging.
I
I'm not judging.
I don't know the songs, but if I hear, I'm like, that's a good tune. I love Miley Cyrus. Like, I don't even think I should be guilty about that. She's got an excellent voice, that lassie. But the one for the other day, mate, I heard, and I was like, that's a fucking tune. Is Taylor Swift one, the heavy old one. It's like, our song is the slam of screen doors, kicking out late, tapping on your window.
Oh,
I was listening to that, mate, and I was in the motor, and I was like, in the phone, and you talk real slow, singing it, mate. I was enjoying it.
mate, that is probably a good one to choose, I would say.
It's probably one of the gayest things I've ever done, being in my van, mate.
Mate, do you know?
Driving on M74, blasting.
I would say one, but I think this is pretty undeniable. I think when anybody hears this tune come on, you're like, yes. Like, I bet he's just like, yes. Push the button, bro.
I push the button. You know.
That's a fuck, mate. That is an undeniable tune.
That's not even guilty. He's another one. What about that? The ones we were talking about the other day. Natasha Bedingfield.
Oh, unwritten, mate. Unwritten is a fucking
and 3 words. 3 words is a tune.
I don't really delve into 3 words. I just
these words is it?
Aye, these
words are mine. Do you know what?
I don't know what.
I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
But you are trying to be a mad sexy bad boy.
What, singing Natasha Bed?
Mate, that is the ultimate bad boy thing to
But
do.
mate, see her tune. Sorry, Jamie.
I want to know Jamie's.
But I just want to tie Natasha Bedingfield up, right? I'll tell him about this and you have a think, right? Natasha Bedingfield's so wild, right? Because like, I don't know what genre her tunes are, because she raps not sometimes.
Mate.
And like there's R&B and then like there'll be a big melody and that's like pick.
She's
like,
extremely versatile.
Pick what you're doing, but is that pure 2006 or something?
Jack of all trades, master of none, bro. What do they want?
Jack of all trades, Bedingfield, bro. That's what you know now. Jambo.
What? He's a guilty pleasure tune. What's a tune that you're listening to? Like, say you're like next to cunts with your headphones in and this tune comes on, you're like turning it down a bit in your earphones just in case
Still keep it on, but
it's no one I'd ever actually listen to, but whenever I hear it I'm like, that is just like all tiny tempo and all that.
Pass out and that.
That's cool as fuck.
Aye, mate, that's probably going to be
pass out.
That's probably going to be in soon.
That reminds me of going to fucking Dance Energy, mate. Let's see all the tunes. It's a crazy thing, bro.
Have I told you about my 13th birthday go to Dance Energy?
No, I don't.
Getting the Hummer.
I don't know. I can't remember, so you need to tell us, bro.
Right, so go
mate, these were hilarious.
Oh, mate, all my pals in my house before it, man. Fucking G-Star taps, skinny jeans. I don't even know what trainees would we all been wearing, like
K-Swiss.
Vans or something. Or a K-Swiss, I think. Stan Smith.
Remember, used to twist the tongue on the K-Swiss.
Aye, mate, K-Swiss were cool, mate.
Mate, they'll come back, by the way.
I would wear.
Yeah, he'll come back, by the way.
Keep your eye out for them.
Mate, I've invested 500 quid into stocks, mate.
It's a sleeping giant, bro. Coming back. Challenge Balenciaga and that. But aye, so we got this Hummer, mate. We're all pure decked out, bro. Like, I think we're drinking like alcohol-free champagne and all that. And fucking, we were driving there, and see for us getting out, I got the driver to time the tunes for us getting out. And I told him to give me his hat, so you know how they wear a mad captain's hat. Some bounced out and the tune playing in the background. So I was in my head, I was like, there's cameras and that here, like videoing us slow motion and that. Like, that's what I was thinking about, right? And it was the tune was Dempney, double D's making me go woo woo. That's the way we come through, like woo woo. That's a fucking tune, but
was that 303?
Aye, nah, just send it up. That's a fucking banger of a tune, bro.
Mate, was that the highlight of your life?
Mate, I was loving it. It was the one, I don't even remember what that, like, I think it was the one up Sucky Hall Street.
But the garage?
Aye, it was the garage one. Aye, the garage one was the best one. I was just thinking that it was in Sucky Hall Street. I can remember.
It was insane. I walked into like West End, and I was walking back, and we cut through like, see the street that's like behind the garage. Like, see Sucky Hall Street. See this street that like if you go down to like Driftwood, go up and then go right, is in like behind all that.
What is there?
Mate,
I've never even been there.
No,
is it the park?
No, mate, there's a mad park. There's a wee
With the
park.
pyramid?
It might be.
Sorry.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
With the
Maybe it
Chichen
was.
Itza thing?
Maybe it is.
That's where I was
following
following that pink up there, mate. If you're trucking balls up in the Chichen Itza. But anyway, I'll tell you about that another
mate, that street's wild. It's like all mad, all buildings, right? And mate, no, it's mental, right? I know this is like quite an obvious thing, maybe, right? But it's mad, like walking through the old buildings and looking at the wall, and it says like 1931. Mm-hmm. Like now they actually put the year into a mad brick in the building.
Aye.
We don't do shit like
mate,
that.
my cousin Marco Antonio's house says like 1812.
Mate, that's
and
class.
It's got a name in that. It's fucking mad. And Girvan.
But it's all mad shit like that, mate. It's all mad like guest room, mate. I thought I was actually tripping a bit. Mate, like I felt like I was in like the 60s or something.
See that mad mansion? I know I went on about this mansion a bit too much, but I was staying in a mansion. I don't know if I mentioned it, mate. The guy that owned it was like a mad Swedish billionaire cunt. By the way, there was an ex-US senator who was in fucking George Bush's administration there. I fucking talking away to him, mate, and I went away and looked him up, and there was a mad sex scandal with him, and that's why he lives in a mad remote island in Scotland. Swear to God. You could even look it up.
What's his name?
I forget his name, but you'll find it. Look up. I don't even know if I should be saying this, should I? Fuck it. So
If it's public
type in like Gia Island Senator.
It's like
Gigha, and then Island, and then like US Senator, and it will come up. But he like asked, allegedly, by the way, because it's all been denied and drop charges and that, but that's why he's hiding, obviously. But fucking asked like his daughter's pals to jump in the swimming pool in the Scud, and they were like 13. And that's how he's not American anymore. I mean, I looked at that because I was like, that guy was mental, because he was from Michigan, and he was like talking away, and he was telling us about all this mad shit and from back in America and his mad extravagant life, living all over the world and all that. And I was like, oh man, pure, this guy's fucking the most interesting cunt ever. And I went away and looked up because somebody told me his name. I forget what it is. Have you got it?
No, I'm still looking.
Right,
Maybe it's like constant noise size there.
But I know, but I did. I seen it. It was in the paper, and it mentioned that.
Is
So
it
that's
John
why
Kerry?
it could be shows.
No. There's a
Mate,
bunch
I'll
of
come
these
and
guys.
look it up.
Troops, there is a new way to order Molly's meal preps. The best meal preps in Glasgow and Lanarkshire. Wow. So, troops, normally you would mail at Molly's meal preps on Instagram. She's still got her Instagram page there. You can go and look at all the lovely food. But to order now, you need to visit mollysmealpreps.com. So that's mollysmealpreps.com. And that'll take you to Molly's brand new website. She's up in the game here. And that is how you order now. So you'll get onto the website, you can have a wee scroll through and read about the macros. You can read about how it's freshly prepared. And then you can hit that order online button, that bastard right there. Hit that bitch. And that will take you to Molly's July menu. So as you can see, this month for the breakfast menu, she's got the Biscoff overnight oats, Nutella overnight oats, healthy fry up, the Bueno protein oats, which I have still no tried, Molly. Come on, send them my way. And then for the standard meals, chicken teriyaki with rice and veg, tandoori chicken and rice, creamy garlic and paprika chicken, creamy ground beef tomato pasta, and she's got all of them in high protein meals as well. And she's also selling protein bars, white chocolate Oreo bar, milk chocolate Oreo bar. So, troops, I'm telling you, I've been eating this for nearly a year. Now, most meal preps, if you're eating it every week for a year, you would get very bored of it. All I want is more. Give me more, Molly. That's what I'm saying. So now the deal has changed as well, troops. So when you're going to order through Molly on our new website, you are going to enter Reilly's Gaff when you're checking out. So just write Reilly's Gaff at checkout and you're going to get 10% off your order. So there you go, troops. Molly's changing the game here. Get involved. Thank you.
Aye, mate, I can't even find that. But you were wanting to tell me something. Can't find the article, but oh well.
So I remember you were talking about like people doing things that you think like makes them like a serial killer.
Aye.
And I don't think this is anywhere near as bad, but I just found this so funny, right?
Right.
I remember we were wee guys. My pal's brother said like he was starting like his college class.
Right.
Now like obviously the first day you'll maybe just sit and do mad icebreaker things.
Aye.
And like the most basic one ever, which is the easiest one to just keep simple, is like your name and something about you.
Aye.
Like anything pure.
Something fun.
And you can get away with saying anything in that, even if it remotely makes sense.
Aye,
They're just
aye.
like, aye, like you said something.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
You said words.
So like obviously he's like, oh, I'm Kieran and I like football or something. Do you know what I mean? Just something pure basic.
Kieran always likes
Aye.
football, mate.
And it got to this mad guy at the end, and he was like, yeah, I'm Dave, and I like taking very long walks on the beach.
That's this fucking
That's
killer,
like
bro.
that's the one thing you
That's
go
the-
to.
Aye, that's the do you know what that is? That's somebody that's looked up what the humans like to do. That's a
Aye.
mad sociopath that's been like, what do normal people do?
What do they get happiness out of?
Long, very long walks on the beach.
Can
Very
be
long,
good
bro.
for your health. Yes, I like that.
Me Matt's saying it in the middle of Glasgow. Saying it in the middle of
Hello, I like very long walks on the beach. See, if somebody came up to you, you're walking like through George Square or something, your earphones in, and I came up to you and tapped you, and you're like, what is it, mate? He's like, hi, I'm Dave, and I like very long walks on the beach.
Mate, I would think I was
Oh,
getting...
you would run?
I would
You'd
think I
need
was
to
getting
run.
initiated into the Illuminati or something, bro.
Aye.
I think
Sounds
it
like a
was...
mad secret code that like agents have. Like when
Aye.
somebody says that, you know, you're on a mission.
Mate, I would try and like go with it. I'd be like, the beach.
Mate, do you know what
is
I've
nice.
noticed does that mad initiation thing? See the cunts up the fort that sell the paintballing? Mate,
Aye.
like, no, it's so funny.
Aye, Delta Force.
I like they're pure looking at you like holding guns and that. Pure
Delta
like
Force.
the Delta Force up fucking the fort. Mate, they stand there and like they're like playing about with their wee fucking things and that, like enticing you, just like come in. But then what I've noticed, like the way they'll like sell you shit as they're going. So like, okay guys, so this is the price, blah blah blah. It's a great price.
Aye.
So you're gonna need about, I would say on average about 8,000 pellets each. And like they sell you like, how much is that? And like, you're gonna need a few grenades. There will be other players who have grenades. You will be out the game very quickly if you don't have grenades.
Smoke grenades are a must for movement between, but I mean, if you don't want to play aggressively, then I would personally.
Aye.
But I mean, they're 'cause it always says like £19 for paintballing. So I've always thought paintballing was, see, because I went for Big Mizzy's birthday. That was Big Mizzy's birthday we all
Aye.
went for. You were meant to be going.
Aye.
You patched it. I was very upset about that.
I was
I wasn't actually. I wasn't even that bothered. But when I went there, I was like, paintballing's like a score, and I turn up and paintball. It's like that just gets you 100 pause, and I was like, I'm not gonna shoot 100 times. And then I'm mad like now one of the cunts that brings their own shit and all that. It was a mad woman done. I go through 1,500 a round.
Oh,
Like that, mate, and she was earmarked for the rest of the game. I was looking for her. Yeah,
Headshots.
headshot, bro. 360,
Mate,
360 no scope.
mind what I done at the paintballing?
What?
Do you remember what I
Oh,
told
aye,
you?
aye, aye, you
That I was
fucking-
walking and I
aye.
shot the mad mental cat in my school like, by
He
accident.
still doesn't know.
I was like, mate, he turned, fuck was that? And I was like,
Be honest, how much did you shite, like, see, like, levels of fear that you've had in your life?
no 10 because I was like pally with him. I don't, but he looked that angry that it don't think
And
I
would
would
he
have
have
mattered.
leathered you, aye?
Oh, but I bet I would do.
Would that just been like a pure, like, liberty?
Child death, mate.
Just a statistic.
+1 on the child death, bro. I would have just died in that field with a paintball gun.
Bro became
Mate,
a
I would have
star.
went down with my shield, but I would have fired the trigger a couple of times, but I don't think I could have fought him off.
You could have dampened these
I could
advances.
I could have delayed the kill, mate,
Aye.
but no for long. Oh my god, bro.
What? You alright?
At my work, mate, the day,
Mm-hmm.
just starting and that, blah, blah, blah. We're just in a wee, like, sort of industrial state. We look out, mate. It's a fucking rabbit, right?
Oh.
So, guys like, it's a dead rabbit out there. I'm like, well, let's see the dead rabbit. Obviously, I'm not going to go and see it.
Aye.
Walk out, and I'm like, fuck's what it is, man. And it was lying there, and like, I went to walk closer to it, mate, and it done, and like jumped a bit, right? And like went to get up, and it was trying to run, and every time it would try and run, it would roll back onto its back, and like it would like lie, and then it would like do that on its side, like flip its arms, like as if it was running, but like
It was upside down.
in mid-air and that, right? And I'm like, whoa, what the
That
fuck?
thing's dumb.
So we went back in, and like now I'm trying to like dash it, and I'm like, what's that rabbit doing? Like every 2 minutes I was like, and I would like walk back in and like, look at the mad rabbit, and it was still like, you would be like, it's dead now, it's dead, it's
Aye.
dead, and then it would be like,
Was that at the
it would
point it's
pucker up
like-
and, like try and go again, but mate, I think its back must have been broke, because every time it tried to posture up, it would just slide on its back, and I was like, this
Maybe
is
it was
so
just
insane.
maybe it was just wobbly. Maybe it had no balance. Because you know how that turns it.
But you need balance.
100% balance
that
at
is
all times.
actual exhibit A, mate.
Exhibit.
If you don't, well, here's the end of the story. That rabbit died. They phoned the RSPCA or something to come pick it up.
No, look, nah.
And no, but they're like on the phone, pure. And what is it? And how big is it? And all that. Like pure delaying it. Like hope this thing just fucking groups it. We're all right in the office.
I
My
mean,
cups of
about
tea.
2 hour lunch.
Aye, but like, so he's on the phone, and then he came in to me and he was like, "Do you think?" Here, I need a second opinion while I was on the phone. I need a second opinion. Do you think that's deed? And he was like, go out and get a wee nudge, right? And I was like, no.
How-
Yeah, after
how
that,
you
he was
did
like,
nudge her?
hurry up, Matt. I was like, no. And I was like, no, I'll do. I'll throw a pure tiny stone in it.
You're
like,
a fucking
you're
a psycho, bro.
No, bro, but I'm talking a light stone, bro. Like just a wee, almost like a poke in the back, mate. Like I went overhand with it, and I dipped it, mate. I dipped it like I fucking swished it, bro.
Kobe'd it, bro.
I Kobe'd it, bro. Right in the fucking, right in the rabbit's spinal cord. But it glanced off it, mate.
Right.
Didn't move,
Nothing.
mate. So it died on the phone. He was like, I'm sorry, blah blah blah, and it was there. And then
Mate.
then they were like, here. He going, we need to get rid of that. We need to put it in a skip or something. I'm like, we need to get a fucking cardboard coffin at least, man. I made up a wee box.
Did you?
Something
Like
I
a
was
candle?
like, I was like,
Did you do
I
that
went up
later?
to a boy. I was like, how you be like dead animals and that? And he was like, what? I was like, because there's a dead rabbit out there, mate. If you want to go and show
Was
it?
it some random guy?
No, it's a guy in my
something
work.
you want. The guy
My
walking
guy
by.
goes, yeah, mate. How are you, mate? Imagine you go that shout.
I couldn't in the shop in the like Starbucks.
Excuse me. Yeah, mate.
Going through the drive-through. Excuse me, mate. How are you with detention?
It's like, get out of me. How did you get out of me?
That's when you'd feel like I'm getting mugged.
That's the
like,
ultimate serial killer sign.
yeah, mate. How are you with like dead animals and that?
If you're staring in the
Can you
window.
help me get in there, body?
There's a dead rabbit down there. And it needs...
Any interest to you?
Do you want it? Mate, we should have made a... Mate, see...
Made a little stew.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Mate, because what's going to happen? It's going to, like, just lie there.
Mate,
Like,
I was at a restaurant in this wee the Isle of Gia, and they had like rabbit stew on the menu, bro.
it's a fucking delicacy, bro.
And that was 28 quid. You
You
know
could
what I
have
mean?
wait for a weekend there.
Oh, mate, you could have lived like kings.
I did feel bad, though.
Mate, I
watching
was
it.
on a site once, I know, and there was a mad rabbit sitting in, like, it was sitting as if it was scared in a corner, like it was he'd against the wall, and the guy was like, oh, there was a fox out, like, gone for that. He was fighting with that, so it's like fucked. And I was like, oh fuck, and I went out it, and it was like sitting against the wall, and I went to touch it, and it like bounced through me, and it was hidden the eyes. It was like its eye, and I was like, man, I was like, to me, what do we do about that? Like, can that be saved, mate? And the guy was like, oh no, like, I phoned them, and they said that it would be dead tonight if there's foxes about and that, and that's just what needs to happen. I was like, that's cold, bro.
That's nature, bro.
That is how it goes, mate. If you
That
lose
is
your eyes,
literally... That's what I think sometimes when I see that shit. Like, maybe when I was a wee guy, I'd have been like, oh, that rabbit. But then I was like,
I'm still that
this
wee guy,
is the...
bro.
But obviously I wanted it... I mean, I was praying for the thing to get up and
Aye,
split
aye,
away.
aye.
I was like, come on.
You want, like, as if it's a film.
No, what I've noticed...
Coach Carter.
No, what I've noticed, it seems to be like a mad thing. Like, see when you're running like mad guys and that, you'll always be a fucking wee daft thing, mate. You know what I mean? Like, you're never feel, oh my God, that wee rabbit. That wee rabbit.
Yeah, what about mate? That I feel love C1s, mate. I was in thousand. Now you're saying that, you would always be the mad. You'd always try and go, oh, poor wee thing. No, I mean, daft wee thing. Oh, I know. Right.
Daft wee thing, right.
I mean, it's to go with it. It was thinking about the foxes, I know. That it's the laws of the jungle, and that, right? But see, sometimes something's so fucking cute that you actually can't like keep that in, right? And see, once I was with my pal up CT, bro, we're in Craig Tara, and we were walking down to the pub bit, and a rabbit bounced out, and he done, oh, a bunny. And I've always found it feel like, oh, that was heavy nice, because he was like just a mad Wayne for a second.
It was a total, like,
oh, a bunny.
Mate, they do make you feel like that. Like, see when you walk, you just see a rabbit, you're like, ooh, like you get a mad fuzzy vibe, mate.
Mate, you
It's
can't
like
beat
getting
a bunny.
flashbanged, bro.
Mate, no, how I've been. Oh, there's a bunny. But see, now how I've been walking down Carlisle, there's a mad roundabout as you get into Penrith, right? When you come off the motorway in Penrith, and it's a huge roundabout with like trees and that on it, and there's like hundreds of rabbits, mate.
What?
It's like a wee ecosystem.
Is this a tourist attraction?
Mate, no, it's just a wild. It's
Should it
wild.
be?
It's, well, there's lorries and that whizzing by them, mate. There's like hundreds of them deep. There's like hundreds of
For
deep
the
ones.
bunnies?
But I feel like, you know how the saying goes, mate. They're fucking like bunnies, know what I mean? They're reproducing on that wee island.
Oh my God.
That's became, there's generations of them born on that island.
Grannies,
die
grandmas.
as soon as they try and get off the island. Because they'll have mad stories that are like,
Tails, aye.
you don't leave here. There's nothing past them motors.
The rabbits are basically a mad ancient fucking civilization tribe,
Mate.
living on a mad... See, for all they know, that's all they are doing.
Mate, and then
they're like,
it's-
oh, they're like, no, don't go out there.
They
there's
think
fucking bad shit
see
there.
like Tyler's just gone by, because it's a busy round. Like, Tyler's just gone by must be like to them what the sky is to us.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? All day there's tiles gone by, and then at night time there's less tiles gone by. That's like the dark sky. Know what I mean? That's like their full existences. They're born on the wee island.
No die.
And they'll die by the hands of the tiles. See the ones that try and get out?
Well, some must get out.
No, but
Some
there's
must
so
get out.
many. Aye, some get out, but they never come back. They're out there now, and it's like, oh, fuck knows what they're
And
up
that's
to.
probably how it ended up at my fucking work deed.
Aye.
It left the fucking tribe, mate. You don't leave the
You
tribe.
don't leave the tribe, mate.
Have you ever seen the movie Apocalypto?
No, I've
You
seen
seen
the
that?
B movie, but and that
Mate,
was
I
eerily
got
similar
told
to the B movie.
I got told to watch that, but I got told to watch it like basically tripping, like watch it, and then like I've been hearing things about it, and it's like people getting their hearts ripped out and all that, and I'm like, that is proper badging material.
Kind of like I tried to do was for Terrifier too.
What was that even? The Terrorizer, bro?
Oh mate, the
The
Terrorizer.
Terrorizer, mate. I don't even want to get into it.
He's my striker, bro. He's
Mate,
my.
we need to get back on it, bro.
We've been bashing pro clubs, and it's been eventful, bro. We went through the first 4 divisions with flying colours.
Slid through them like a hot knife through butter,
Mate,
bro.
it was just dispatched with every mate, just WWW, and then we've got to like a wee bit of higher division. We just keep getting scudded.
Cause only 2 years, but
I know there is only 2 years, and we do score
mate,
like
you need to
nice.
fucking start playing clubs, bro.
You would need to teach me how to play football first.
I think would
mate,
you not be quite good at FIFA though? Because
No,
mate,
no,
if you're
you're
good
good.
at NBA, you'll be good at 2K. You'll be good at
You can
everything,
bounce
mate.
a ball, you can kick a ball, bro.
Is that the rules, is it?
I think you should jump on it, mate.
There's a new one about to come out, that EA one.
Aye, but jump on this one. We
A
could
bit
use a
fucking
left winger.
How, you got a good left peg on you, son?
Mate, you could take over for
Gulliver?
Gulliver. You take
Striker, bro.
Mate, I don't-
Gulliver Petro.
This is so like only our part.
I know,
Like,
I know,
nobody
it's
knows any of
wild,
this
aye.
part, but we've been
This
having-
might sound fucking mad to cut
I know,
through.
mate, maybe
Like,
we'll
like,
listen to
why
that.
are they even talking about that? But
Listen to
listen, we love it.
we have fun.
We love it.
There's nothing better than clubs. with
Mate,
your
there's
boy.
nothing but me. I remember like I was working for Track and Trace, and my life was just like, look at the calls for a bit. There was none for months when I started, mate. Like 2 months minimum
Sexy.
of every day, and everybody knew there was no calls going to come in at all.
Sexy.
And you're just, I mean, I was making quizzes. I've got like 3 quizzes that I made. I made them on like notes,
Right.
on the computer, like. Where was the 1992 Olympic Games? Like, all that shit. I'm just like, I'm making them up and that.
I
And
would love to see
mate,
you
I'm
make a
the-
wee quiz.
I'm the quiz master.
No,
mate.
you're a knowledgeable. Your general knowledge is probably. If I see genuinely, no, just saying this because we do this. Not see if I need a quiz partner, I'd go to you. 100%,
that's a,
mate.
That's a lovely thing.
It's
to say.
because I think us 3 would be a fucking formidable force. Me with like films and some sport and that, you with geography and sport and that, and you with films and like comics and that.
I know you would sling
You would-
fucking Tomcat Ali dick on that fucking.
Oh mate.
Mate, that's got Trips. You need to go on the Tomcat.
Mate, I've not touched it yet. You want to tell the troops about it? I've been saving because I knew I was
They
going
might
for.
have seen it. They might have seen it by now, but
Right. Because I was going for a bit of a rager, obviously. So I was wanting to wait till after that. to
you were
kinda-
going sicko mode,
I
bro.
was going sicko mode, and then I was
On
like
Giga,
diving after
gear on Giga,
gear on gear.
gear on gear, bro.
I was diving off the deep end, bro, and now I'm swimming in the shallows, gonna get my fucking head right. But does everybody know all the shit that you've been saying about it? Have
So
you
we've
kind of
been
went into it?
taking the old lion's mane mushrooms. We've been taking I've been taking Tomcat Ali.
Get your dick hard, bro.
Troops, honestly. I've never been so fucking riled up about it.
Riled up. Spelled like R-E-I-L-L-E-D.
Mate, I'm shocked here. I'm chock for that Tomcat, bro. I'm
Chock
actual
full.
ripping for that Tomcat Ali, bro. No, but it is unbelievable, Troops. That Lion's Mane in CBD.
CBD.
Thanks to Excite CBD. We're so excited they're sponsoring us. But mate, this
We could
couldn't be
see
a
it.
better partnership, bro. This is
Aye.
exactly what we need to reach the next level, bro.
Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Hey now.
Get karaoke. I don't even know the words to that.
I
Man.
don't know why I thought. Oh,
Do you know
just
what song
'cause-
that? Would you be able to sing that?
I knew that, but
That
you
was
singing.
It was High School Musical, is it no?
Is it?
I think so. I thought you sang it the other day. That's why I
Director's
done
cut? Nah, I was singing.
I know what one you're singing, but I can't.
it. Hey, type in
this
Hey
could
Now,
be the
Hey
start.
Now. This is what
Something
that's
new.
what I thought I was singing there.
No, that's definitely a different song. 100%.
Bro,
Your face sounds
Bro.
wild. You
I
never
can't
were able to do that face before Tonga Ali.
bro, I couldn't even stretch my face that badly before Tonka Ali. Now I can stretch my face to 8 that like.
Look at him go. He used to just be like this.
I couldn't even move my face, and now I can actually put all like that.
Do you want that ability?
They're all like that, they're all like
Look at him go. Oh, look at me, I can't do it.
that. Would you say something? How long me doing this, right, would it take for you to say something like, Evan, you alright?
Doing
Right?
what?
Just if I started doing this. And I just like, and every 2 seconds, then I'd be like, what, bro? And I'd like, no, be in a trance.
Do it for me because I want to picture
I
it.
can't even remember what I done there.
Right, no, so right, so you just start doing it and I'll talk to you, right?
Right, let's talk about something for the podcast.
Aye.
How
So-
cool is Rod Stewart?
Rod Stewart, see his hair and that, like, and his songs and his voice, it's all
What would you say to that?
What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that weird thing with your face?
And but then I start denying it, and I'm like, mate, you are.
Oh,
tripping.
mate, I would think
And
I was.
but I've planned this, right, and I've told Jamie
Don't,
before.
because I'm pure
I've
waiting for me to do it.
I've
I'm
planned
getting
this,
scared.
and I'm like, Jamie, act like I'm not doing it in the night, right? I'm going to try this on Jamie. And I was doing that, and
don't
like,
like
you
it.
would go insane,
I would go mental.
You would get
Already
that's
think I'm up.
psychological warfare.
If I was just playing on, I was like,
I'm
well,
pure
no
worried
noticing it, Jimmy's not doing it.
Aye, that would fuck
Just
me
pure
up.
gaslighting you.
Mate, every time I'm looking at you now, I'm just waiting for you to go. And it's making me feel worried.
It can come out at any time, bro. Bro, remember this? That can come out.
No.
The drop of a hat, bro. The drop of a
I
hat,
know
mate,
what I'm doing.
I can drop that.
I need to watch myself. I'm going to have that's going to be in my fucking nightmares now.
How long we done?
Because I don't know if it's happy or
Might be time to
sad.
go on the Patreon.
It's about an hour.
Troops, YouTube.
Right. We're just fucking we're just starting to have a bit of fun now.
We'll just get into the Patreon now, so troops, we hope you've enjoyed. If you're not on the Patreon, but you can see these parts of the episodes for like £3 a month. So if you want to join, patreon.com/Reilly's Gaff. We're heading over there to keep talking about
A lot.
what are we talking about?
Who knows where it's going?
I don't know one thing we spoke
Do you
about.
think it's gonna just accelerate?
I think it's going to actual like a rocket.
Aye. A rocket into space.
Catch you later, troops.